Welcome to the WD168. If you're driving while listening to our show, remember to keep both hands on the steering wheel at the 9 and 3 and to stay awake.
Mr. President, WD168 is starting.
The Zwartners Cultural Committee will celebrate its milestone 10th anniversary at St. Gregory the Illuminator Armenian Church on Sunday, November 7th at 6 p.m. The evening's keynote speaker will be Professor Barlo Dermagrdician, the Barbarian Coordinator of Armenian Studies Program and Director of the Center for Armenian Studies at Fresno State. Referencing to the contributions of the committee, our Diocesan Primate Archbishop Hovnan Derderian stated, "The Zwartners Cultural Committee's impact on the preservation of the rich Armenian cultural heritage has truly been immense. Through your collective efforts, you have inspired and have educated, illuminating the cultural riches of the Armenian people." The committee's chair, Dr. Simon Simonian, stated, "The Armenian culture has been the shield of our physical existence, which has protected and safeguarded us from the perils throughout the centuries." The evening program promises to enthrall the audience with an informative and educational lecture, instrumental and dance performances, poetic recitations, and more. Don't forget, this Sunday, St. Gregory the Illuminator Armenian Church of Pasadena at 6 p.m. Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin, better known as Charlie Chaplin, once said, "You need power only when you want to do something harmful. Otherwise, love is enough to get everything done." Using the power of love to reach out to the Armenian Lebanese community, on October 23, 2021, the ACYO of Holy Resurrection Armenian Church of Seattle organized a photo shoot fundraiser in support of the Armenian community of Lebanon, raising $700 from the event, which will be transferred to the Catholicosate of the Great House of Cilicia for the distribution in the community. We introduce a brand new segment in our show where we highlight a parish in our diocese. This week we are proud to bring you St. Sahak Mesrop Armenian Church, a jewel in the San Joaquin Valley. The Armenian community at the Reedley Watoki district had its beginnings in the early 1900s. As early as 1912, an Armenian school was built, as was a meeting hall in 1916 named St. Mesrop, which housed the Mateos Izmirlian Library, formed in 1909 in Watoki. Religious services were conducted from time to time in the school and later in the St. Mesrop Hall until a devastating fire destroyed it. In a planning meeting on January 18, 1923, it was decided to build a church. The Methodist Church at F and 13th Streets in Reedley was purchased for $3,500. During a parish meeting on November 16, 1924, a unanimous decision was made to name the church St. Sahak Mesrop. Authorization was granted from the diocese in the East Coast for the pastors of Holy Trinity Fresno and St. Gregory Fowler to consecrate the church. St. Sahak Mesrop Armenian Church was consecrated on November 23, 1924, by Father Vartan Zairagun Vartapet Kasperian and Father Dirain Zairagun Vartapet Markarian, at the height of Charlie Chaplin's silent movie career on the silver screen. After many years without a full-time pastor, the congregation reorganized with the encouragement of the primate, Shenor Zairagun Vartapet Kalustian, and Father Busak was assigned in 1954. Consecration of the Sunday School and Parish Hall began in 1959 and was dedicated on April 10, 1960. The following names of clergy you see on the screen all have served as priests or visiting priests of the parish. Archpriest Father Gevorg Arakelian serves as the current visiting priest. We express our wholehearted gratitude to Deacon Alan Yeria Gendian for the historical and archival information. There's no denying that the devastating effects of COVID have wreaked a havoc on the world, causing depression, uncertainty, and anxiety. More than 42% of people surveyed by the U.S. Census Bureau in 2020 reported symptoms of anxiety and depression, an increase of 11% from the previous year. Data from other surveys suggest that the picture is similar worldwide. Studies and surveys conducted so far in the pandemic consistently show that young people, rather than old people, are most vulnerable to increased psychological distress, perhaps because their need for social interactions are stronger. Exercise and prayer are excellent ways to combat depression. Take up walking, jogging, or running, or get involved in other sports activities. When you return, we suggest reading the following verses in the Holy Bible. That about wraps it up for us this week. We thank you for joining us. This is Sergey Arustamyan signing off. Be safe and be well.